Liberal MP Sherry Romanado says that James Bezan, and he admits to doing this, made an inappropriate and humiliating, unwanted comment to her that were sexual in nature. He basically said, as he was posing at a fundraiser with two other people, he said, you know, basically, this isn't the kind of threesome I imagined, or words to that effect. Joyce, much ado about not very much, because he did have his disciplinary hearing and he was dismissed, or has he got a big problem?
Well, I think that the Liberals want him to have a big problem. I think this emanates from a political desire for some narrative out there, right? Obviously. I'm afraid that it trivializes the real problems that are out there, the millions and millions of women who actually do get harassed. This is two people who are equals, like Bill and I. We're both journalists on the Hill. And, you know, as her equal, she could have said many things to him. And the man tried to apologize several times, first in person, and then to the human resources officer, and then he went through the whole process. So he's been sort of beating himself on the chest over this, probably regretting he made the comments. Were they crass and childish and yes, puerile, absolutely. Does he deserve to be dragged in the mud? That's the real question here. I just think it's a political play right now. This is what it looks like, unless there's a history between these two people, and we don't know that there is. I know that we tried after the question period today to ask her for explanations, for her to come to the mics and explain to journalists and to the Canadian public, like, what is this all about? And she refused. She was surrounded by, you know, sort of phalanx of Liberal MPs who protected her from the media. So is this, you know, is this a very Canadian kind of scandal so far?
Pretty tame by comparison.
Is it true that the Chief Human Resources Officer said there was no case of sexual harassment?
Est-ce que vous avez vu le communiqué de M. Bezan et est-ce que tout ce qu'il y dit est vrai ou pas?
Can you tell us why it's so difficult? We're trying to understand why it was such a difficult time for you.
So, Susan, frankly, it's a bit uncomfortable to watch that. There are still questions. At the same time, she has said she doesn't want to talk anymore about this.
To me, it should be all over and done with. If the facts are what have been presented today, this should be over and done with. Mr. Bezan made a stupid comment. He clearly recognized it was a stupid comment, and he apologized for it. The person to whom he made a stupid comment to complained. There was an investigation. He attempted to apologize again. It was ruled that there was, you know, there was no harassment or anything like that. I think numerous steps were taken, probably, I don't know even if it's a little bit overkill, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying that. It was a stupid comment made. It was a stupid comment made outside of the workplace. The man said he was sorry. We all say stupid things. This was not a Harvey Weinstein-esque transgression. It was a
Nor has anyone alleged
no,
that
not
it
at
is,
all,
right?
not at all. And I think if you say something, you should be able to say you're sorry. He's gone beyond saying he was sorry. He said sorry in the House, so be done with it. I feel sorry for the woman who is upset by it, but if someone tries to apologize, I think you have to let them try to apologize. I think it's time to move on.
So the process worked?
As far as I'm concerned, it did. Okay.